Hey guys, welcome to Friday Fundamentals, episode 51, the fundamental skill of all. This, I know I slowed down, way down right there, but the reason is the emotion I wanted to come through. The emotion of the fundamental skill of all is profound, okay? We just got done with our first 50 episodes of Friday Fundamentals talking about the foundations of movement. The absolute beginning of movement, the very start. Now what I want to transition to is to this idea of rolling back to the beginning of what we are doing, what we are trying to do here with young athletes, with older athletes, with everybody in between, and that is to put the emphasis where it needs to be. In sport, as in life, the fundamentals are crucial. The foundations, without a solid foundation, you can't build your house. Without a solid foundation, you can't get to the roof. You can't get to the very top of where you want to be. The goals that you set have to be built to climb there. You have to have proper scaffolding. You have to have this foundation. After you have the solid foundation, then we can talk about the details. Then we can talk about the schematics, the plan, the way that the house can be put together with a big idea. And then you can start looking at the top down, the 30,000 foot view. But today I want to go back, I want to reiterate the critical component of this entire channel. Speed changes everything, for better or for worse. With speed, you now have the power to change the game in more ways than any other. Strength, endurance, cardio, all of these other training modules, for the most part. Now, in archery, is precision the most important thing? Perhaps. But when we're talking about the main sports that kids play, especially baseball, basketball, football, softball, gymnastics, tennis, all of these sports that require movement, athleticism, speed is the number one contributor to success. Speed allows for mistakes to happen and you to overcome them. Speed allows for the athlete to have a larger margin of error. I say all of those detailed things as part of the house, right? But I want to go back to the foundation. Today is about the foundation. Speed changes everything. How do you get speed? Well, you can try a whole bunch of stuff on your own. You can even look at people that say they know about it. You can even go to a weight room and see speed coaches, but they're not really speed coaches, are they? They're teaching strength, they're teaching power, they're teaching coordination and these type of things. A true speed coach knows that the weight room is used as a generic way to have the entire body build up together. We're not doing bench press max out to get huge muscles when we're working on speed. We're not doing giant heavy squats and calling that speed training. We're doing generic exercises to increase the entire body's functionality so that when it is time for speed training, by the way, speed training happens before you go in the weight room, not after. When you do proper speed training, your muscles, your central nervous system is sending the signals to fire all the muscle fibers that it can possibly recruit through training. The reason we do this, the reason we do it the way that I teach, is because it has the desired effect and the desired outcome for what athletes need. You ever had a 6-year-old? You ever been around a 6-year-old? They think they understand, right, what they need. They'll ask for a snack, they'll ask for this, they have no idea when dinner is or lunch or anything else, but they want to eat all the time, and they're like, I'm so hungry, and then dinner shows up and they don't eat it. 6-year-olds don't know what they need. They feel wants, they feel the things they think they need, they misuse that word all the time, but it's really just a bunch of wants that fulfill an immediate desire. Young teenage boys love to get in the weight room. They love to get in the weight. They can't wait to get in the weight room because they start seeing results. They got this testosterone flowing, right? They're 13 years old, 14 years old, and they start building muscle and they're like, man, this is awesome. I love this stuff. How many of you are training speed at 13 and 14 years old? How many of you even know what training speed is? That's not a knock on you. That's not what I'm saying at all. I wasn't taught when I was that old how to run. In fact, everybody that ever gets on a call with me, I'll ask them the question, hey, have you ever been taught how to run? No? Well, then how did you learn how to run? And the real answer, it gets real quiet after that. The real answer is they didn't. Nobody gets taught how to run. Well, there's got to be a right way, right? There's got to be a right way to run. And that's what today's episode is about. I just want you to think about it. What's the right way to run? Do you know? Have you ever heard anybody talk about the right way to run? You ever YouTubed it? You ever Googled it? The right way to run. I wonder how many different answers you get. Do you know anybody in your life, coaches included especially, that know how to run, that could describe to you how to run, much less know how to train someone to run? And yet, in football, speed is the most important thing. And yet, in baseball, in basketball, in softball, all of those movement sports, tennis, sprinting, agility, all coaches want it, and no coaches know how to do it. That's an overstatement. I know there are some amazing coaches out there that understand what speed is, how speed works, and how to put it in their team, and you'll see them very successful. And if they don't know how to do it, they've hired somebody that does. That's what I do. I do that exact thing. Here at Rogers, Arkansas, I'm trying to become a vendor, if you will, for the public schools. Because that's where I struggled as a coach in public schools. I was given athletes that didn't know how to move, didn't know how to run. I didn't have time to do that, guys. You don't have time as a coach to do that. Well, but you're with them all year. Not really. Not really. We're talking X's and O's. It's so competitive up here that you've got to jump into strategy very, very quickly. Weight room strategy. Weight room strategy. That's what the philosophy is in a lot of places that don't understand that speed is the key. Because if you agree that speed is the key, it changes everything. It changes how you do everything in your program. Everything. Because speed is about the central nervous system. And the central nervous system has to be trained just like your muscles, just like your tendons, just like everything else in your body. You have to train it to send the right signals. Just a lot to think about for you today on episode 51. I hope you'll join us more. Subscribe, like the channel, share it with your friends. If you have other questions for me, you can book a call if you want to have a face-to-face conversation, or if you want to just leave a comment and curious questions, man, hit it up. I'd love to talk to you guys and really share the knowledge for what speed truly is. And that is, it is the essence of all sports. And I truly believe that. If that's something that you're interested in learning more about, you can like and subscribe to the channel. That's all fine and that's good, and I hope it's helpful. But if you have a person in your life, a young athlete, high school, middle school, college, trying to get to the pros from college, any athlete that you think believes that they need speed and speed matters at their level, book a call. Let's get them started.